Hey there everyone, this is Cloud Chief, and in today's video I wanted to take a few minutes and talk to you about fame. Fame works kinda how you think it would. The more quests you've done, the more you get known in any given town. Just like if you were in a small town and you did things for all the people around locally, eventually you would become very well known and everyone would know and appreciate you because of all the things you do. Well, this works kind of the same way. By doing quests in any given town, you are typically going to be raising your fame level in that town. And there are certain quests and objectives that are locked behind certain fame levels, so it's really good to get your fame levels as high as possible. Every town that has NPCs has its own individual fame level, including Abyssia, which has its own fame level for each individual zone. So that's a lot to cover in one video. For this video, I'm just going to be covering the three main cities, Juneau, and all the towns that came in the Zilart expansion. I'm going to be focusing on quests that give you fame in multiple different cities at once. That way there's only 3 different quests you need to spam out. That way you can hit max fame in all the original cities plus all the Zilart towns and Juneau. So the first quest I'm going to touch on is Windurst. And that's going to be Yoren Oren at E5 in Windurst Walls. And the quest that we're going to be doing is Mandragoa Mad. So for this quest, you can trade any different number of items that drop off of Mandragoas to Yoren Oren, and that'll complete the quest, and he'll even give you some gil. However, we're going to be focusing on coronets, and that's because there's 2 easy ways to obtain them. One, if Bastok is in first or second, you can head to the music shop at Bastok Markets at K10 and you can buy coronets from him. You're going to take a slight loss, about maybe 20 gil per coronet, but considering this is going to max your fame, it's definitely well worth it. You're going to want to pick up 60 coronets and then go ahead and trade them to Yoren Oren. In the event that you can't buy coronets from the music shop at Bastok Markets because it's in 3rd place, you can alternatively get coronets for 50 sparks each from the Sparks NPC. So you can turn your sparks around and get the coronets that way. Next quest that I want to focus on is Only the Best, and this is actually in Selbina. If you're zoning in from the dunes into Selbina, and you just keep running forward and run down the stairs, you'll see an NPC with 2 sheep inside a fence. NPC's name is Melion. For this quest, the man is asking for some food so that way he can feed his sheep. The interesting thing about this quest is that he can take Boyanda moss, millicorn, or Lethane cabbage. While you can of course trade any different item, I recommend going and trading him millicorn. You need to trade him 25 stacks to max out your fame. And there are multiple different places you can get the corn from. You can get the corn from the Cooking Guild at Windurst Waters. You can also get it from any of the merchants, depending on who's in control of the Araganian region. You can also go to Tavnazian Safehold to G7 and talk to Kamalada, and she can actually give you millicorn at any time. So you have 3 different options to get this, so that way you can max your fame. And the last I want to touch on is Migo's Amigo, the Yagudo Necklace quest. Nana Migo is located at J3 in Windurst Woods, and pretty much you need to trade her 4 Yagudo necklaces at a time to go ahead and get your fame upgraded. It at this point takes about 120 Yagudo necklaces to go from level 1 fame to max fame. What I recommend doing is getting on a job that can AoE in some way and preferably has some treasure hunter, so thief with Aeolian Edge would be really good, and going out to Gideus and literally just rounding up as many Yagudos as you can and then AoEing them down to get your necklaces. This is probably the most time consuming of the quests, but this is probably one of the easiest ways to get Tenshindou fame, and it's definitely required if you're trying to get certain ninja spells and stuff. It is actually really important to have a fame for this depending on what jobs you're trying to level. By spamming out these 3 quests, you can max out your fame in the 3 original cities, Juneau, and all the cities that are in Zilart. So like Selbina, Mara, Norg, Kazam, Raboa. So that'll cap out the fame for all of them, and you should be able to get any quest in any of them. This is probably the cheapest, quickest, and easiest ways to max out fame across the board for all of those cities. So I definitely recommend going about this because it'll make things a lot easier. Plus, if you're a newer character, you need to have your fame in your home city up if you want to do your Mog safes, which was one of the big reasons why I was doing this for Caulifla. I wanted to get that additional 60 spaces between my 2 Mog safes. Plus, having higher fame means you can buy things for lower rates and NPC things to NPCs at a higher gil rate. So you can actually save gil and make a little bit more gil off of NPCs by having fame. It's definitely worth doing. These are the fastest ways that I know to go about maxing your fame. I hope this video helped you out. Hope it gave you some value. And may you have success in all you do.